Good night, comrades. I said good night, comrades. Well, I am from All Saints, so I am going to welcome you to All Saints tonight. A warm All Saints welcome. Yes, comrades. Tonight, I have a simple message for you. 4 simple points I would like to bring to you tonight. Why we in All Saints are going to vote for Colin Tintin James and Michael Brown on the West. Yes, comrades. Number 1, we have had no representation in All Saints East for over 10 years. No representation for 10 years, comrades. And let me tell you this. They brought a guy here. What? And they voted him in. And this guy just disappeared. Have you ever had anyone to work and they just disappear off your job? Well, Chester is still getting paid. Chester got paid for years without showing up in All Saints East. Chester got paid. Chester got constituency allowance. And he did not show up here to work. And let me tell you this. That's why we, the people of All Saints, are going to vote for an All Saints man. Because Colin Tintin James can't run, go nowhere. When we vote him in on the 12th, is here he's going to stay. He cannot run, go anywhere. So the point number 1 is that we are going to vote our own. Colin played football right on this field. Colin coached All Saints football teams. And I'm telling you this, his first choice of candidacy is where? To run in All Saints East. His opponent, first choice was where? St. Peter's. And then get beaten there and come to All Saints. But Colin is from All Saints, and his first and only, in fact the only place he can run is in All Saints East. And on the western side, I call the guy down there Mr. Do Nothing. Mr. Can't Do Nothing. Whenever we approach him and say, Chandler, the road's bad, he say, me and the Minister of Public Work. Somebody sick, Chandler, we need some help to go away for medical attention. Me and the Minister of Health. Chandler, my child have a school problem, or we want you to represent us towards the Ministry of Education. Me and the Minister of Education. That is Mr. Do Nothing. And we are not going to serve for him anymore. For 10 years, he has been a backbencher in the UPP government. They have no respect for that guy, and so we are going to vote him out. Point number 2 I have, our democracy. I have never seen so much confusion, so much confusion in this country, or probably nowhere else that carries the Westminster system of government. And let me tell you this, even today, at the All Saints police station, people queuing up for hours to get a voter's ID card. In this computer age, this is the problem. I'm saying this is a serious problem, and we have to get rid. You see what happened? They were planning to derail our democracy. That's what they're planning to do, derail our democracy. And we have stood up in the court, we have stood up and fought, right, for the rights of our people. My 3rd point is, ladies and gentlemen, I am the son of a Grenadian man, proudly. My father, Livingstone Purcell, deceased, our Grenadian. And I am going to stand up for my Caribbean people. Are there my Caribbean brothers and sisters in here? Let me hear you. Right, and I'm going to stand up and fight for you all. I said, my father, our Grenadian, and he came to Antigua and worked hard. We work hard and contributed to this country. And yes, I have seen my people, after voting for 2 elections, and now are thrown aside by this administration. And I'm saying to you, that we have fought for this and we're going to continue to fight for this. And there's a point I want to bring forth. Just like the Americans and with the Spanish people. Some of them come here 2 years old. 2 years old. We educate them. We send them to primary school, to secondary school, and sometimes after university. And do you know something? When someone goes after university from Antigua, Antigua government also pays the economic costs. And yet when they return here, I'm talking about the foreign bonds now, you know, like my father children. And I'm saying is here that when they return here, they refuse work permit. They refuse. I know, I had an employee, children, they came out on top at the Antigua Grammar School, High School. We paid for them to go to the State College, and when we finish, we drive them away. And they return to their homeland after we spending all our hard-earned tax money to educate them. And then what we do? We drive them away. This is something that we have to correct. Otherwise, we just don't educate, don't help. But you can't spend all this money, and when you finish, you said, look, you can't get no work. So my Caribbean brothers and sisters, as long as George had an inch of energy, I'm going to fight for that right. Right? And we're going to march together, we're going to work together, because we help build Antigua and Barbuda. And I would not leave here tonight without speaking about agriculture. You see, agriculture is what feeds people. A nation that cannot feed itself is in trouble. Food security is bandied about. In fact, for over 2 decades, the World Bank took agriculture off of the list, and right now, it's on the top of the agenda. The governor of the central bank, in his last 2 annual addresses, spoke of agriculture. And I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, without agriculture, I personally believe we would not be successful. So I have spoken to my leader, yes. And I said, comrade leader, we have to work on our agriculture sector. We have to have that synergy, that unity between the agriculture sector and tourism in order for us to achieve the economic growth that we are looking for, so that we can put our people back to work. And I'm telling you, my people, with agriculture, and agriculture has a wide array: vegetable production, fisheries, horticulture, which is flowers, beekeeping, coniculture, which is rabbits, fisheries, all sections of the agriculture coming together will assist this country in advancing, will assist this country in putting food on the table, cheap, affordable food for each and every Antiguan. Healthy food I'm speaking of. And I'm telling you, under the Labour Party government, we are going to work together to build back this country, to build the agriculture sector, which I am proud of, and which I will continue to work hard to allow each and every Antiguan that affordable meal. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, yes, comrades, let me hear you. Come on, let me hear you. Let's make some noise now. We are going to work together, because on election day, when the votes will be counted in All Saints East, we're going to hear tin tin. Let me hear you. Tin tin, tin tin, tin tin. And on the western side, we're going to hear Michael, Michael, Michael. Come one and all, I love you, and we are going to continue to work from now until the 12th. Go out, collect your voters' ID. And to my Caribbean brothers and sisters, you don't have any questions to answer. All what you got to do is to show that we see it, nothing else. No questions to answer. Come on, we love each other. Take care. Your guide, keep fit. Love.